For Kyler, my last words to you. What do you know about rhubarb? You replied that you had a succulent that died once, perhaps an unconventional foreshadowing. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry, everyone. For Kyler, my last words to you. What do you know about rhubarb? You replied that you had a succulent that died once, perhaps an unconventional foreshadowing device, maybe a goodbye planted in the subtext, I said nothing. A Facebook notification, there is death, funeral at 10 a.m. Let me tell you, that day in the newsroom, no one could make me care about Brett Kavanaugh, the riled up Dow Jones, or even the Oregon man who grew a 2,000-pound pumpkin in his backyard. I did not understand why the anchors were not telling the listeners you were gone, why the experts were not gripping their microphones, gargling out numbers about the opioid epidemic, or at least explaining the sudden gaping hole that emerged in the world. Here's what I remember. You sitting next to me in Spanish class because our teacher said the idea of putting a Kyle next to a Kyler next to a Tyler was making her head spin. A McDonald's turned into a fortress where we invented suburban slang and spied on an empty, hungry town in need of Big Macs and heart. A pizza party with Mountain Dew overflowing red cups. Driving for hours trying to find invisible ice cream shops in Metuchen. Holding hands during a horror movie, a visit to a hospital room. My mind dodging memories like bullets, your eyes capturing everything. Making you my tape recorder for records I wanted to keep. Me running away to California, returning with an A's hat on my head, wearing it like a mark of my escape, you wearing it with me, because for a little bit we swore we were the same person. You promised to put "do not die" on your to-do list. The aftermath. I was not there for the finale of Adventure Time. I was not there for your discovery of parakeet-themed memes, or the days when your intestines twisted and tangled, when doctors reached into your stomach and pulled out parts of you. I was not there the nights you raved, swallowing temporary relief, trading one sickness for another until daybreak. I was not there for the recovery or the relapse or the amends or the giving in or the fight. Instead, my last words to you. A question about keeping rhubarb intact, a worry about too much water and leaves turning brown. Please let me try again in a different way. Kyler, let me toss you a note from the back of Spanish class with one last ask. Tell me just the right amount of light, of water, dirt, and toil to keep the best of us here to bring you back.